Hey guys, King Jad here, and welcome to another little DSP video where I try and pick apart something he says at a specific time in DSP history and do a bit of a deep dive into the tips tracker and figure out if there's anything going on behind the scenes that might have triggered this kind of thing. Is there anything financially that could have triggered, this kind of level of salt? So the first clip's only a few minutes long. I say first clip, I might have some more clips, we'll see, but this is only a few minutes long and a specific phrase is whatever I'm going to wait for it to happen as well. But I thought I'd play the whole thing out just because it's just DSP being salty. Who doesn't enjoy that?
Swagger says it would be understandable if the goal wasn't lowered and it was this close, but it was lowered a lot. It was 275. Then I lowered it to 250, and then tonight I lowered it to 241. I can only do so much. It sucks, man. I just don't know what to tell you. And the funny part is that you get idiots who come in here and say things like, well, you're not entertaining. Then why are you here? Right? Like I said, it's not that I don't get support. I do get support. I get tons of support. But I lost an avenue of support when I had to leave Twitch because they fucked me over. So I need to find a way to build that back. And I'm doing every month, I'm trying to do what you guys are telling me. I'm listening to your feedback. I'm implementing changes. We're playing the games you guys want, right? Like, I'm playing games that normally I wouldn't even play, and you guys are suggesting them. Okay, let's do that. Let's do this. Let's do Game Pass stuff. Let's do this. This is all ideas that you guys came up with, so that's what I'm trying to focus on, is listening to your feedback and changing my stuff for the better. But tonight was a very big disappointment. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I'm not going to be mad overall, because overall the month of August was quite good, especially for the fact that the month had almost nothing new going on. It was a very slow month for game releases. But I thought for sure we could get like 10 memberships today. I don't know, man. And like I said, I think what it is, people need to stop thinking about this as, oh, well, I get all these benefits on Twitch. I don't get them on YouTube anymore because Phil moved, so I'm not going to become a member. That's not the point. The point is, that's consistent, recurring support that I get every month that I can depend on, that allows me to do what I love and allows you to keep tuning in. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's supposed to be about the support, not about, oh, I lost the benefit of getting it when I was over on Twitch. I understand that. I hate it. Twitch sucks, man. Twitch fucked me, and they don't care. Why do you think people are talking right now that I'm trending on Twitter that people are going to basically not stream tomorrow on Twitch because Twitch is falling apart at the seams? It's a terrible business at this point, right? Sucks. But you got to roll with the punches. You got to move on, right? And you got to adapt. You got to roll with the changes. And one of the changes is I'm on YouTube. They don't have emotes that go everywhere anymore. They just don't. The emotes are only for the channel. There's less emotes per channel, right? You can't gift. You can't get a Twitch Prime sub. I get all that. But if you're here a lot and you're watching the content, it's $4 a month. Again, I'm not trying to guilt trip anyone. I'm saying I know we could hit this today, but there's people sitting around right now telling me in stream chat, oh, I'm not going to be a member on your channel because we don't get to share the emotes in other channels. Like, dude, it doesn't even make sense to me. That's not the point of the membership. That was like, you're here watching the content, enjoying it. You're telling me you support what I do, but you won't be a member because you don't get the same benefits you got on Twitch when you used to be a member over there. You used to be a sub or whatever. You refuse to transfer that money from one side to the other and actually pay less for the same. Like, I don't know. I just can't. I cannot reason with people any more than what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just not about that, man. It's not about that. It's about trying to get me back to where I was, so that every month we don't have to do a marathon of fundraising, right? To try to pay bills because I'm not making enough because I'm not making what I was making on Twitch because they fucked me. I'm just trying to vent a little bit here because I feel bad right now. I really do. Genuinely, I feel like this was a great month. That August was a great month. We did great things. We finished the awesome Fallout New Vegas playthrough. We played unique games like 12 Minutes and Hades. Like, we did really fun, unique things this month. And overall, the month was great. But when we're at the end of the month and I actually have less members now than I did at the beginning of the month, that's a problem. That's a problem. I need to convince you guys that it's not about the net benefits you're getting from being a member, that it's about supporting this channel and allowing me to keep doing this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, whatever. So yeah, Phil was extremely salty. This is also an unrecorded rant, as you can see. I love that Pig Go recommends these videos that were Detractor made. So you got the title here entitled DSP is fucking quality. Shout out to 1337. or Anne Leet. I don't know what the fuck they call themselves. But, yeah, some specific things going on there. He'll also if he's salty. He didn't hit his members goal, even though he lowered it several times. Still didn't hit it. Funny. But I'm just wondering, was anything else in particular causing this anxiety? Well, let's cover some things first. First of all, some people might not have wanted to become members because they've already given Phil money. It's very possible. Phil always does a thing where I need support now, please tip me. I really need you guys to help me right now. Becoming a member, super chats, whatever, do not help me short term. He's always asking for short term help rather than long term. He's pushing that narrative a lot, and he has done for the last half a year. So it's quite possible that all the people that aren't members actually are helping him in other ways, but Phil just wants those same people to be tipping and becoming a member and doing super chats and everything else in between. They cannot do everything, Phil. You know, some people are going to pick one method to give you money. They're not going to just have you triple dip them. You know, that is not fair to expect your fans to be triple dipped like that. And then obviously it's a case of becoming members, so you know they hit a certain goal, so they can pay you more money, so you can pick a game to play for slightly longer than usual. It's fucking crazy, man. Phil's expectations from his fans are just unbelievable. But I got me thinking though, did anything else trigger this sort of thing? There was a particular phrase there. I'll refresh the page because I'll go to the phrase, right? So listen out for the phrase here.
Month we don't have to do a marathon of fundraising, right? To try to pay bills because I'm not making enough because I'm not making what I was making on Twitch.
Pause.
Because they fucked me.
Pause. Marathon of fundraising. That was the kind of thing. It's an interesting, staying a very interesting thing he said. And obviously, it's like every month I don't need to do a marathon of fundraising. And it got me thinking, I was like, what did he earn previously? This is also information we can look at on the tips tracker, and we can compare things from, and we can actually see the whole thing. Also, every individual one's here, but piece of piece. Shout out to him. He obviously broke it down specifically and categorised everything, so it's all just in one handy wee table per month. And let me open my notes up as well because I've actually got fucking notes as well. I done some site homework in this time because last time I tried to do this video, I done a video on the fly last time. And it turned into a bit of a fucking dumpster fire because I didn't actually do research. And I was like, oh yeah, shit, I should have checked that first. So yeah, but there's a couple of interesting things to observe from August of 2021. The first thing that might stand out to you is this. He only spent $285 on microtransactions. Now that to me is quite fascinating. Considering the previous month, you can see here over $1,000, and the next month here over $1,000. So why did that slash by almost a quarter, about a quarter? We'll just round up to a quarter. So it was only $285. I say only $285. It's still a lot of fucking money to spend on microtransactions in a single month. But for Phil, that is a ridiculously low volume of microtransactions. So it's a case of like what else was getting to him. What did he earn in August, and what were his actual outgoings in August? And it seems like, looking at the figures, Phil's bills are averaged about 5,000, roughly about 5,000 a month. In this case, it's more like 7. It is actually more like 7. If you do utilities, what was it, pet expenses, mortgage, internet, housing association, health insurance, groceries aren't. He spends too much on groceries, but just obviously you need to buy things to eat. Gaming expenses, he needs to. There's only $5 on a gaming expense, but that'll be through the PlayStation Network of some capacity. Federal taxes. He needs a haircut, he says, so leave it at that. That's what I'm saying. Adding all these up, it's $6,719. It says so. That's quite a lot actually. When you think about it, compared to usual, you can probably trim down things like you can trim down the groceries. Spending almost $1,000 a month on groceries is not normal. I don't know if what's going on there. So make of that what you will. I don't understand what the fuck happened with that. It's possible, of course, he's picking up actual physical copies of iTunes cards or something in shops and using them instead of just paying for his bank account from him. I don't know. That's a complete guess. But I mean, you see groceries as well in other months. It's almost 1,000 every month anyway. usually. In fact, it's over 1,000 some months, so it really does fluctuate sometimes. And September's not a full total because it stopped after the 19th, I think it was. Yeah, this is 17th September is when it stopped, so that's not a full picture because that's the end of the bank weeks essentially. But to me, it's interesting though. So it's 7,000. We'll round up to 7,000 bills, $7,000 in bills in August. And his income, you're interested to know, perhaps, if we scroll down. I mean, I've got it in my notes anyway, but I'd rather show you as well because it seems a bit more honest if I show you rather than just you taking my word for it. He had 3.2k in credits and income, as well as just under 5k from YouTube. So it was just over $8,000 altogether he had in income. So, but 7,000, just under 7,000 in bills and 8k in total he had actually in his credits. But hang on 2 seconds, I'll just find this. Is so fucking far to scroll. Yeah, here we go. So we're just looking at August only, right? So random credit, random credit, random credit. Ignore YouTube for now. So this right. Yeah, so this is, well, actually is that right altogether? Oh, here as well, I missed this one. Okay, that's a big one. So yeah, so just over $3,200 in these just unexplained credits, which are probably transfers. They're probably tips, to be honest. They're probably tips related. And and of course, if you add on top of that, he has his YouTube money. So in total, he had 8.2k. So August also something to keep in mind for August. He increased the minimum tip total to $1.49 on the 9th of August, which meant that no one could just tip him $1 anymore, and just like a lot of trolls used to tip him $1, call him a pig or whatever, just a dumbass shit on that. So the big question is here, right? So we've seen all these extra credits. If we don't include that for the 4,000, almost 5,000 from YouTube, he's got 3,000 odd in tips, $3,200 odd dollars in the other credits, which are probably tips. But I thought of something interesting here. I think it's interesting anyway. You might think it's boring shit, but each to their own. So let's look at the total tips he gained in August, right? This is something that might surprise you. So August altogether, stop here. There we go. He earned over $6,000 in just tips. This is only tips. $6,000, 6.3k. So the big question is, so he took $3,000, so 3.2k he had in credits, which most of it are probably tips, but he earned in August 6.3k in tips. So he's got about $3,000 sitting in his PayPal untouched, which got me thinking, why? I mean, it's an extra $3,000 just sitting there, and we're kind of thinking, well, Phil's crying poor, but look at all these tips he's got for the month. Why can't he just fucking use them? And I think the big question, if I look at Go, I searched the word chargebacks. The word chargebacks is something I searched for, and as you can see, throughout the month of August, it's in July as well. He actually had quite a few issues. sorry, it's going to he had quite a few issues with chargebacks, and there are several videos evidencing this. That talking about chargebacks and the things that happened to him. And yeah, he actually had one video where he said he lost over $100 in chargebacks, which leading up to this video towards the end of the month. No, we'll just go. I wasn't sure which one to pick there. We'll pick this one. Oh no.
$100 in chargebacks today behind the scenes, which really sucks. It would be great.
So it was a whole quote. Sorry, 2 seconds.
Anshang Forever tipped me $1.50. Says nice stream. Thank you, Anshang. It's good to see you here today, Anshang. Thank you for the tip. Guys, we were very close to hitting the vest goal for today. Considering the fact that I got over $100 in chargebacks today behind the scenes, which really sucks, it would be great if you guys can help me out and help me hit the tips goal on this stream.
That's what I'm saying though. He had a lot of people, I don't know, one person maybe messing with him the whole time, but he did have a whole bunch of issues. And according to him, about chargebacks, and it happened throughout the entire month of. Well, he talked about it July, of course, and then it came up several times, starting midway through August. Let's just see this one from the middle of August.
It doesn't mean there's not chargebacks to contribute.
So let's just listen to the whole quotes, just rewind it back a bit.
First of all, what you see me make is not what I make. What you visibly see me make every single month.
No, not
available now.
No, I don't want
When heartburn and indigestion take you out of the moment, take Gaviscon Double Action.
Month is not actually what I.
Sorry about that, guys. I didn't think that would happen. God damn it. Ignore that. So, let's just go back.
First of all, what you see me make is not what I make. What you visibly see me make every single month is not actually what I'm making streaming. What you're seeing is what people are attempting to contribute. It doesn't mean I keep all of that. It doesn't mean there's not fees involved. It doesn't mean there's not chargebacks involved. I don't publicly talk about that stuff anymore because I feel like it's not something you guys want to hear about constantly. And quite frankly, it's not something that talking a lot about is going to really fix. You know what I'm saying? Like, if someone's charging me back, they're probably going to charge me back no matter what, and they're a bunch of dickheads. So for me talking about it constantly is not really going to fix the issue. Now,
that's an interesting thing, honestly. He's talking, and it actually is got, I think, an element of truth to that, and I think it is why I can actually believe Phil kept like $3,000 in his PayPal because of people messing about with chargebacks. And there's more evidence as well if you look. Let's see which ones. It's the same video as earlier on, but later on. Please no ads. Please no ads.
You know, with chargebacks and stuff. Now my wife is getting fucking screwed over and stressed.
Please no ads. Please no ads. If it's an ad, I'm just
The
going to.
stress continues. Like, the stress is non-stop. First, Jasper got sick. Had to deal with that. Now I'm dealing with a bunch of stressful shit with this fucking assholes behind the scenes. You know, with chargebacks and stuff. Now my wife is getting fucking screwed over and stressed out at her job. It's like, oh my god. Oh my god.
Clown face. Okay, so just I'm in clown mode. But to be fair, I do actually think he was being honest about this in that regard. So I'm just going to look at my notes here. So I was thinking, did Phil deliberately keep half of those tips in his PayPal, assuming those credits, 3.2k, were actually tips? And yeah, I think he kept them in there because of the fear of dealing with chargebacks, and he had a feeling he might have been charged back for a lot of them. And there's obviously quite some evidence that shows that Phil was getting, he was getting hit with chargeback stuff. Let's see what this video says. Different video from, it's still 26, but it's like later on that same day from that.
In chargebacks earlier today, so this is helping tremendously. Thank you guys.
What did he say about there? Please no ads, please no ads.
Money earlier, like, I'm not even kidding, it was way over $100 in chargebacks earlier today, so this is helping tremendously. Thank you guys.
There's another example right there. I'm saying that Phil is saying that he had over $100 in chargebacks against him for something that happened earlier on. Is there anything else in August? No, the last one for August is this one here, and it's probably just going to be the same kind of spiel. Let me just put
these really messed up chargebacks that I got earlier today. It would help negate that. All right.
Okay, I seen an ad coming, and I just thought I'm going to close away from that. But that's what I'm saying. He's still talking about chargebacks. But that's what I'm saying. No, I think that there's an interesting thing to think of, that Phil didn't have enough money available at his disposal for WWE champions, which he played a lot less than usual. If we look at the bank weeks, again, you'll see that compared to the previous months, let's just drag this all the way up. It's quicker. There we go. I went too far. Hang on, two seconds. Here we go. Not yet. But yeah, microtransactions, $285 August, compared to the previous month, 1,000, and the month before it, you've got fucking almost over 3,000. The month before that, you've got almost 6,000. This is what I'm saying. He's gone from that to $200, and that's just coinciding with also getting kicked off of Twitch. He was on Twitch here. He was happy as hell, and then obviously during May he had been kicked off it, but I guess he got his last Twitch payment through, and he really went to town. on fucking Jesus. Look, it's almost half the fucking pie chart. Explain that shit. Someone explain to me how he does that, for fuck's sake. But yeah, you get the point now. So even though he had all this money coming in, and we can see the tips tracker, the fact is that he was claiming he was getting, kicked up the ass for chargebacks, and it's believable to an extent. And even though Phil had over $6,000 in tips during August, it seems, according to the bank information we've got here at disposal, he only took out about $3,000 worth, which would have left him not a huge amount of money left over to enjoy on other things. I mean, this is what I'm saying as well. You can actually see the total, like the total bills. I say total bills, but it's obviously includes microtransactions. Because microtransactions were so low, its total for August was actually lower than usual. It's kind of funny to me. But yeah, it's not Asian cash, obviously. Alcohol, $333. Jesus Christ, Phil. He just thought, what do I want to do? Do I want to blow money on microtransactions, or do I want to drink myself to an early grave? And the early grave won. So the thing is, though, in looking at these videos, I think Phil was struggling in August, definitely due to chargebacks. He didn't have enough as much money as he would have liked to have had either. I think he wanted to avoid particular PayPal charges if it was all chargebacked, which is why he only took out about half of it. Because he probably believed in that half. Maybe it was maybe he could verify those particular tips and think, okay, I know that person. That's not going to charge back. That's not going either. I can take that out. And there was half of it he left in there, probably due to fear of it being charged back. And according to him, some of it was, and I can believe that, of course. But he had the funds in his PayPal anyway, so it just went straight from there, which is why I don't see it going out on his bank statements. But he couldn't go crazy in WWE Champions like usual, which is probably another reason why I was so salty in that video, because it was the end of the month. He didn't hit the members goal, and he was getting kicked up the arse with chargebacks, and he couldn't even play WWE Champions as much as he usually would. So I think all that contributed to him being massively salty, and yeah, it's just quite eye-opening. But I'm saying though, actually, you can look at the bank statements and you can see Phil's logic for doing it, and it's actually a sensible move that Phil kept half of those tips in his PayPal for fear of the chargebacks coming in and kicking his ass, especially if he couldn't verify sources. Keep in mind as well, he did eventually push a narrative of please verify your PayPal, whatever. I think I don't know. Let's see if there's anything. Please, does someone talk about PayPal? Verify PayPal? I don't know. Blah 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 blah. We'll see if words verify your PayPal appear. What's this from April? So right as I got kicked off Twitch, I think. No. Sorry. Ugh. I know I use incognito mode, but I really should get an ad blocker of sorts. Fuck off. Fuck off, random coffee person. Right.
Why can't you verify your PayPal account? Saitama is asking if they could tip me. They don't have a verified PayPal account, but they've been following for 8 months. I mean, Saitama, the problem is it's a liability. I guess the question I asked you is, why can't you verify your PayPal account? So many have, you know?
Okay, so that's the thing though. Phil, even back then, was pushing for people to verify PayPal accounts when tipping. And I'm guessing half of those tips he received in August, maybe July, August, were not from a verified PayPal account, which is why he was hesitant about transferring it over. So who knows, but he has been pushing the whole verify your PayPal thing for a while now. Was this just when he got kicked off Twitch? 28th of April? The 28th of April. Let me think for a second. 28th of April, 22nd of April. Yeah, okay. He had just got kicked off Twitch. Well, he got departnered, he didn't get kicked off. Phil's words of it changes depending on how annoyed he is, you know. when Phil's in a good mood, he's like, oh, I walked away from Twitch, I left him behind. And when he's in a really salty mood, he's like, they fucking got rid of me, they fucked me over. It's so fucking funny. Well, this video is kind of dragging on, it's going off in different tangents. I just kind of wanted to highlight one of Phil's more recent videos, look at his financials and his claims, and see if anything from his financial records could kind of back up his claims. He was salty as hell, but not hitting his members' goal. But that's actually something that's going to happen now as well for Christmas thing. I think he probably will hit that purely because he's got one or two fans making fake accounts, and they're obvious fake accounts to try and inflate numbers. But I think as of this video, it's still short by 15 or so. But we'll see if it hits the Christmas goal or not. He's got half a month left to get it, so it probably will happen eventually, thanks to a couple of his fans making brand new accounts. Random ass accounts and just pretending on new people, and Phil's not going to question it. He doesn't care if they're tractor names or not. All he cares about is he hits his goal, so he feels good about himself. That's just the way it is.